Geraldine, tomorrow Ruhama makes a submission to the Joint Oireachtas Committee for Justice. It is an attempt to criminalise the purchase of sex and other matters. Why is it important?
We believe it's important that the government addresses the demand in the sex trade if we are going to curb the growth that we have had in the sex trade over the last decade. Ruhama is a member of the Turn Off the Red Light campaign, which is a broad alliance of over 50 groups which have been campaigning over the last 2 years to criminalise the demand in the sex trade. In Ruhama's submission as a frontline service to women affected by prostitution, we will also be asking the government to look at other areas that need to be addressed in prostitution legislation in Ireland, such as the role of telecommunications in advertising and organising prostitution, the role of landlords who may be facilitating by renting out their premises for prostitution. We also will be looking at tougher sanctions for pimps for organised prostitution. While we have a serious trafficking problem in Ireland over the last decade, we also have an increasing organised crime issue on the island of Ireland, and the last legislation dealing with organised prostitution was in 1993. We need to update that legislation with tougher sentencing to make organised prostitution less profitable, a strong deterrent against pimps.
And you're seeing a growth in organised criminal gangs involved in prostitution in Ireland, is that correct?
Yes, when we were established in 1989, most prostitution was on-street prostitution. We still have street prostitution today, and Ruhama still has an outreach service there. But the real growth in the sex trade in Ireland is off-street prostitution. And the majority of those women are migrant women. In 2011, we worked with women. Most of them were in indoor prostitution, and they were from 36 different countries. That's a very different profile to the women that we have worked with in the early days of Ruhama. And while those who promote and advertise prostitution try to present the women in indoor prostitution as independent, but that is not a fact, and we know that from our service, that most of these women who are in indoor prostitution, they cannot survive without paying money to a third party. It's highly organised, they're moved around.